All right, I believe my sound is working. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Y'all probably like, what's May talking about? What is May talking about? She up in the early morning talking about whip that trick. You know me. You know me. Y'all, listen. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit down for this one. I can't be distracted with the dishes and shit. I'm gonna have to do that later. It's what time is it? It's 8:30 in the morning. It's 8:30 in the morning. So this is the reality. Let me get where my damn drink at? Let me get my damn drink. Hope my sound good. I hope my sound is good. Let me get my drink. Sit down. Gotta have my early morning drink. Okay, here we go. So it doesn't matter where this conversation comes from. I may get to that later. But I want to say this. It's very important for people, all of us, to write. And this ain't gonna be no long stream, ain't gonna be drawn out. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Okay. And I'll get to the origin of how I got to this conversation. I want to address this because sometimes, just sometimes, we don't rightly see the world. You understand? We got rose colored glasses on. We got tropes that we want to live out, things we want to believe that are not true. We want to see the world the way that we hope it would be, but we don't want to see it how it is. These are hard truths. It's called reality. And a lot of people avoid reality because it doesn't fit into um their cosmology, you know? It doesn't fit into their idealism. You gotta have some realism in the world. You gotta actually be able to touch, tap into, and understand reality. What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you existing inside of? You gotta be able to look that goddamn beast in the eye and see exactly what the whole fuck it is. But see, we live in a world of a lot of dreamers and a lot of wishers and hopers and all that type of shit. That's the reality. Okay. And they're all around us. There's a lot of people. They choose to see a different reality than what the fuck there is, even when there is evidence. Okay. And so I come to this understanding that black men, particularly, do not fully accept the reality of what? White supremacy. A lot of black men don't. They don't want to feel defeated. They don't want to talk about it. They want to MAGA it away, right? Or they want to woke it away. They don't want to deal with it. But white supremacy is fundamental on this planet. All systems, societies are affected by white supremacy. And what is that? Mostly white male domination. Let's listen to what I said. White male power and domination. And it comes in many forms and sizes and shapes. It has a lot of variety to it. It looks different in different places, but it's a reality. White supremacy. Okay. That is a thing that is flowing everywhere and it goes to the wide and deep places. Okay. A lot of people want to ignore that, play, pretend. We're all just humans. We're all the same. There's one race, the human race. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's running from reality, not trying to see the world rightly. That's okay though. But one particular thing that black men deal with when they don't want to see white supremacy is they misunderstand white women. Okay? They misunderstand white women. Understand that white supremacy expects and demands that white women stand by their men as an appendage. You know how Adam has a rib? As an appendage, not useful or valuable in and of herself, but as an appendage, as a tool, as a support, as a piece of a machine. If she's not a supporter of white supremacy, She becomes useless to that system, this permeating system. A white woman essentially is a support and a part of white supremacy. White men see white women as an extension of themselves. Okay. I want you to see white women rightfully in a world where white supremacy is in full effect. A lot of black men don't want to fully see white women. They want to make up other options and other things, right? They want to give them other positions to play. That's just not how the world works. Because white men see white women as an extension of himself, a thing to be controlled, a tool. She's a tool of white supremacy, a support, a part. And not only is she a part, literally PART, she is a disposable part, a replaceable part. And just like the president says, she serves at his pleasure, removable, replaceable. One thing I can tell you that white men don't do, and this is where brothers get it wrong, white men do not pedestalize white women. Y'all don't necessarily rightly see the world in the white supremacy lens. Okay? Y'all don't. White men do not pedestalize white women. Y'all assume they do. Black men assume that white men pedestalize white women. What you're looking at is a white man will defend the honor, reputation, and safety of a white woman, but it's really in defense and protection of himself, not her. Not her. Do not mistake this for pedestalization. And this is where the black man particularly goes wrong. The black man sees her as an independent agent, a friend, a comrade. We're in this together just for fun, right? And you lift and you place her on a pedestal because that's what you think that white men do. That's not what white men do. Okay? White women have two positions they play. Two, just two, just two, just two. She is either beside a white man who also becomes a beneficiary, but she is beside a white man as a tool, a supporter of white supremacy. That's her primary role. I want to be clear about that. You don't believe it? Look around at any parts of society. Look at any parts of society. Look at what's intact. Look how it works. Not what I said. Look for the evidence of it. And another position that a white woman can have as an alternative when she is a rogue. Y'all hear me? Rogue. She chooses to be a rogue, alone, a wild card. In the eyes of white supremacy, she is out of order because her position is to be played beside a white man as a supporter of white supremacy. But she is a rogue, she's alone. And what they always do when they are alone, let me just be honest and clear with you, when they are not beside a white man, they delve into the underworld of the other. Let me say that again. When white women are not playing their role in white supremacy, being a tool who serves at his pleasure, she becomes a rogue alone, delving into the underground of the otherness. These are the two positions. There's only two roles, there's only two positions to play. That's it. One or the other. Either one is damn near the same. Because in this role, if rightly understood under white supremacy, you would understand as a black man that her value in that case, when she want to tag along and be a comrade, her value in that place, among otherness in the underworld, her value in that place, it becomes a place of being a what? Useful, resourceful individual. All the privileges and all the resources that she has gathered from white supremacy, she should be offering hands open to the other. Again, a tool. All the benefits that she gathered from her white privilege and white supremacy, all of this time, she hands and offers to otherness. That's it. Again, a tool. So that is it. A white woman has two positions to play: a brick in the wall of white supremacy as a support and a hold up, keeping things together, a barrier of force, a tool in that, a brick in that wall of white supremacy. That's it. And then the other position, a motherfucking sponsor. Okay? A sponsor and one who offers resources. That's it, baby. Y'all black men do not see the world well. Y'all want to put motherfuckers on pedestals, and you don't understand. Because see, most of the time, your lone wolf white woman who doesn't want to stand beside her white man and function under white supremacy, she's a rogue, right? She operates to please herself and herself alone. Okay, that means she's out of order. I'm just telling you, that's the world that it is, not the world I created. She is out of order, and being out of order has its own consequences. Okay, it has its own consequences. And who are these rogue women? A lot of times, these rogue women, a lot of times they are poor women. Okay, a lot of times they are poor women. These rogue women, they do come from the trailer. They come from poverty. They come from rural areas. They come from the waitress at the Waffle House. You understand? A lot of these rogue women, they don't have a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. A lot of times, these rogue women don't measure up to the mantle of womanhood for a white man to even respect. Let's keep it real. White men don't want it. You hear me? I'm just keeping it real. A lot of these women don't have the pedigree. They don't have the right attitude. They are throwaways. I'm just telling you the truth. That's why they delve into otherness. You can see them. I've talked about my cousins with them. Talked about that. A lot of these women are deficient. They're belligerent. They don't know how to act. They talk too damn much. They too damn loud, too damn woke, too damn radical, too damn a lot of shit. White men ain't finna tolerate them. They throw them away. I'm telling you, because them men control their damn women. They do. I grew up with them. I see them marry them. I know them well. Grew up being in their houses and seeing how they rule their household. I know what the fuck I'm talking about firsthand. No guess. No guess. No assumptions. I know what the whole fuck I'm talking about. And let's be honest, whether white women play the role of the brick in white supremacy, that wall, and they stand by their man as long as he will allow them to serve at his pleasure, or they play the radical. They don't like their men. Do you hear me? They don't like their men. May look like loyalty. They don't like their men. You think Hillary Clinton likes Bill? Shit. How they say, shit. I could go down a whole bunch of people. They don't like their men. BGS be killing me talking about black women that cling on. Shit. White women know that they are a tool, and they know they're as only useful as he allows them to serve at his pleasure, and they are interchangeable parts. And this is why they don't like their men, because as soon as them them what you call it? Them crow's nests come on them eyes. That's why they got some money to go get some plastic surgery, right? Soon as that butt start dropping a little bit and them titties ain't sitting up high, right? Soon as that neck starts to wrinkle, that skin loosen, it's a wrap. Bitch, you about to get traded in. And them men don't give a fuck. You hear me? They don't give a fuck. I give you an example. Newt Gingrich, one of the most powerful Republicans from Cobb County, he came up with the, what was it? To Renew America plan. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant strategy. Right? That motherfucker had a wife who stood by him through thick and thin. She got cancer. That motherfucker got him a girlfriend while he had a wife. Didn't want to be bothered with the woman who stood by him while she had cancer and chemo, going through all kind of shit. He said he got to move on. Okay? No dignity, no nothing. She serves at his pleasure. And when she's no longer useful, she is tossed aside. I'm trying to tell you, y'all Negroes be trying to pedestalize something and you don't know what the fuck it is. Y'all want to worship something and you don't know the position it plays. That's crazy because you choose to not see white supremacy and you choose not to rightly see the world as it is intact today. Y'all want to pedestalize and worship something that has two positions and you want to give it many different roles. Come on now. Use your fucking brain. What do people do with throwaways? I'm just saying. See shit as it is, not how you hope it would be. So you got two choices here: a brick in the wall of white supremacy, a tool essentially, and then you got, we gonna call it white women going their own way. 2W G Tau. Okay, white women going their own way. They delve into the underground, and in this case, when they want to be around otherness because they don't measure up to the mantle of white womanhood, right? They get the other meat, so to speak. They can only be sponsors. They can only offer resources. Are they financing anything? I just want to know. I just want to know because your presence and your mouth ain't worth a lot. I'm just saying it ain't worth much. It don't mean anything in the real world. 'Cause white women don't move anything. I'm just saying they don't. They don't run shit. Nobody barely even listens to them. I'm just telling you what's reality. Nobody listens to them. They don't run shit. Look at Hillary Clinton. I'm just using her another example. For all that she's done, for all that she's become, white men shut her down on both sides. They're not finna get them no power. Now y'all can make up what you want to believe and oh, they should be worshiped and they should be protected and they should be listened to. I'm just telling you the world we live in. They don't even like their men. And the truth of the matter is, that's why the birth rates are what they are. I did some research last night. I just looked. It's not my first time looking, but the death rate is soaring and the birth rate is dropping. I also took note that more of almost all lesbians, 70% are white women in America. Yeah, of all the lesbians, 70% of all lesbians are white women. They don't like their men. Okay. And as you can see, there is a war against white women right now. Because the white man is saying, you are my brick in my wall of white supremacy, but you think you're going to go do something else. We will punish you. We will put you back in your place. This shit right here ain't about nobody but dragging white women. Let's keep it real. Okay? And I got a couple of little examples I'm going to share with you real quick to make my point. This is not my world. I'm telling you, you have to rightly see the world. And so this pedestalization that y'all do is fucking funny to me. Y'all take throwaways and you put them on pedestals because they're female and they have white skin. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? They have no power. And black men say, we want power. If they not handing over them baubles and trinkets they got from white supremacy and white privilege, if they're not openly financing and fronting money to you, baby, you ain't. Mm-mm. And ask yourself that for every white woman that you lift up and you put on the pedestal, how much money and finance and resources is she bringing to the table? Hmm? How much money is she putting in your pocket? Hmm? Because there's two roles. Okay, there's two, just two. There's only two positions. Okay, let me be clear. Let me be clear. White women have absolutely nothing to offer the black community. You hear me? They have absolutely nothing to offer the black community. Nothing. I need y'all to hear that. Because sometimes y'all put folks on pedestals and you think, because you think that they have something special, right? That they're actually contributing something. They're running their fucking mouths. That's it. And what is that worth? I want to know, what is it worth? You have a fucking opinion. And so what? Who gives a fuck? Who I want to know who absolutely gives a fuck. Who gives a fuck about a bitch yelling and shouting and expressing her opinion? Who gives a fuck? I just want to know. Just because you can't see the world rightly and know the position a motherfucker need to play, you don't even have the ability to tell them to stay in their place. The white woman has nothing to say, nothing to contribute when it comes to white supremacy as it relates to black people, FBA, us as a people. They have nothing to fucking contribute. Nothing. Anything they want to contribute, they need to be working over there with the white man where they belong in their fucking function. I'm just telling you. This is the type of privileges you Negro men want to extend to them. They don't have a fucking voice in the black community. We don't need your allyship. We don't need you to speak up and have an opinion on shit. We don't need you to say a goddamn word, okay? Now I'm coming at it nice right here. I'm just being honest with you. I'm coming at it nice because I think some of y'all don't know how to tell people to shut the whole fuck up when the conversation is not relevant to them. Just because you got a mouth don't mean you should move it. You need to bow out of certain conversations, pure. You need to bow out of certain conversations. You don't have shit to say about the black community. It's a free country. You can run your mouth, but understand that everybody who's present knows you don't have shit to say that matters. You don't have any power. You don't run shit. You don't do a goddamn thing. You are not relevant to the black community or anything happening in it. Pure. I'm gonna address you directly. You don't want to play your function and you don't want to play your role where you're supposed to be, but you don't get to come over here and be somebody. I'm just here to tell you, we got gatekeeping in the FBA, okay? You don't have shit to say. And I think it is so interesting, pure, how you keep running that mouth and talking over people with your rude ass. You really believe your shit. You really think you're powerful and special. You are not. Look at the whole atmosphere. Irrelevance. Irrelevance. Complete irrelevance in the real world. Irrelevance. Only on YouTube do you come around the bowed and broken Negroes and talk your shit and let them place you on a pedestal. Bitch, you're not on a pedestal. You just a loudmouth white woman who don't know her place. That's all. That's all. That's it, and that's all. And I got to take. And I'm not finna sit here and argue back and forth with your ass. I'm finna tell you where you belong and what you got thrown out of. Okay? That's it. I'm gonna tell you where you belong and what you got thrown off. Y'all throw away white women. Think y'all can come to the black community, not living up to the to the mantle of white womanhood, and y'all think y'all gonna be somebody. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't work. Ain't nobody buying it. Don't nobody want to hear it. Don't nobody really care. It's irrelevant. That's all I can tell you. It doesn't fucking matter. And as I said last night in the chat, all of this shit, male or female, all this shit y'all doing, baby, it don't fucking matter. Extinction is around the corner. Extinction is around the whole fucking corner. Don't none of this matter. Don't let nothing y'all think, nothing y'all building, nothing matters. Extinction is around the corner. Okay? And nothing is gonna stop that. 100 years, maybe less. Extinction is around. None of it matters. It's irrelevant. I don't know how else to say that. Infinity. None of it matters. Y'all's opinions on black folks, what y'all plan for black folks, all it doesn't matter. It does not fucking matter. Okay? Y'all have absolutely nothing to contribute to the black community. You got two positions to play. And you failed at one, so now you want to come do the other. Okay. But stay in your place. You don't speak on black people and what black people think and feel. It's not your business. And unfortunately, some of these hopeful ass Negroes don't know how to tell you. Okay. As much as they talk about black women need to be in their position, black women need to find they can't do it with y'all though. They refuse to do it with y'all. They can't quite do what the white man does, right? Anyhow, let me give another example. This is how black men make this mistake. I saw this. I had an argument, y'all. I had an argument. Oh, let me see my comments. I get in my little zone. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna give a couple examples, and then I gotta go because I'm finna go to the grocery store, and then I gotta go to the pediatrician and grab something. I got my day plan. I'm gonna get out of here. It's what 8:57. I'm gonna get out of here at 9 o'clock. This is example. I had a conversation, believe it or not, with Obsidian. It lasted about two and a half hours. It was a live video stream. We would call ourselves roasted. I won't say the name of the channel. It was a small channel, but we call ourselves Roasting Pearl. Okay, ain't nobody tagged Obsidian. Ain't nobody asked Obsidian to come and participate. Not nothing. This Negro shows up with a cape on him. You hear me? Again, some of y'all black men cannot rightly see the world and understand that a white woman only has about two positions. The primary, the most appropriate one, is that beside the white male who's enacting his white supremacy and white privilege upon the world. This is just the reality we live in. This is her primary role. Well, Pearl Davis, as you know, she has shirked all those responsibilities of meeting the mantle of white womanhood. She has failed to be married, failed to be attractive, failed to attract a white man. She fails in all ways possible. She's a boss bitch, ambitious like her mother. Okay. And she set off to compete with men and victimize men. But a lot of men are so blinded, you know, they're so blinded by the virginal white beauty. They cannot rightly see her. They don't see that she has decimated the careers of at least five black men. Now, she's not attempted to destroy any white men, but she definitely has decimated and destroyed aspects of at least five black men that we know of, right? Public, we do audacity to do this shit publicly. It's all documented, right? They can't see that. They want to put her on a pedestal because they don't rightly see the world of white supremacy and the white woman's appropriate place in it, functioning beside her white man in her essence. They don't want to see that. They get to see the lone wolf. They want to pedestalize the lone wolf, the one who's dysfunctional, who don't know her place. That's who they want to pedestalize. You see how crazy that is? They honor that shit. They put it on a pedestal. What do you say? What are your thoughts? This bitch is 25 years old, and uh, they talking about she gonna be the savior of the black manosphere and the manosphere. What? What? Y'all see how crazy? This is what I'm saying. Go back to the beginning of this stream when I talked about how black men do not rightly see the word. This bitch failed. She looks like a horse. She failed. And she decided to delve into the underworld and go to otherness because she could not fulfill the role of the white woman beside the white man as part of the wall, be the brick of white supremacy. She couldn't do that. She's dysfunctional. But you take the dysfunction, you take the failure, you put it on a pedestal. This shit gets me mad. And I know a lot of y'all be like, why does May act like this? Because of that part. You take the thing that's dysfunctional, raggedy, fucked up, and throw it away, and you put it on a pedestal and you want it to talk and tell you and advise you and lead you. What the fuck? What the whole fuck? What the whole fuck? Hear what I'm saying? What the whole fuck? You take the worst of the worst, the scrub, the bottom feeder, and you put it on a pedestal and you want it to lead you. That shit kind of sting, don't it? Mm, mm. So check this out. Obsidian pulls his ass up to the stream uninvited. He has been hunting for anybody who is talking about Miss Pearl. He wants to defend her honor. Now, see, a white man only defends a white woman in his own honor and to build his own respect, not hers. She's a throwaway. I'm just telling you what it is. But a black man, on the other hand, he feels honored to defend her because he's defending her. That gives him value to himself. Whoa. Wow. Check that out now. Ooh. I don't want to go too deep. But he pulls his ass up. And you know what I asked him? I said, Obsidian, you platforming this woman. You doing all of this stuff. This horse bitch. You doing all of this for this throwaway. This white woman who can't get a white man. What are you doing, brother? I said, did you charge her? What do you mean charge her? I said, Obsidian, you mean to tell me ain't no money involved in this? No, I'm just defending. I'm just explaining. Oh, wow. I mean, I wish I had a copy of that video. I was astounded. I said, whoa. I said, so let me get this straight. Her white privileged father has millions of dollars, and his failed white female daughter has access to that money. And your black ass, and I should say side note, who lives in a bando in the poorest country, I mean city in the United States, struggling, can't pay light bills and internet bills. You mean to tell me that you pedestalized her so her presence was needed and desired so to the extent that you didn't even allow her to play the only role left, which is the sponsor? That's only two roles. You either a brick or a sponsor, a brick of white supremacy and the wall of white supremacy beside the white man, or you gonna have to be a sponsor. So you mean to tell me that you ain't asked for a dollar? You didn't negotiate, you didn't navigate, you didn't get any contracts, any agreements, you didn't get a check, you did not get the bag. Are you fucking serious? I went off on Obsidian. I said you were supposed to pimp that hoe. That's what I told him. You were supposed to pimp that hoe. I'm giving this old ass man some game. He ain't even halfway understand what I'm saying. Call himself being a leader of men. Are you serious? You supposed to pimp that hoe. That's what I told him. She's only a sponsor. Don't you see that? He couldn't see it. He got us so high in the sky on a pedestal. So grateful to be in her presence. You fucking loser. And I told him that. So you a loser. Kevin Samuels, nigga living broke, dying broke. Did he get any real money out of Pearl? It has yet to be seen. Ain't nobody seen no receipt. She got free game and she ran with it. And she dominates and takes over the space and keeps running with it, competing with men and black men. You see what happens when you put something on a pedestal that's a free agent, that's a rogue actor? Them women can only be sponsors because they resist the order and the function of white womanhood, which is beside white men and white supremacy. They serve themselves at their own pleasure, not your black ass. You understand? So they couldn't do it for a white man. They damn sure ain't doing it for you. Y'all don't get it though. Y'all just be glad they be around, don't you? She's here. She's here. She's with me. I'm so glad she's talking. I'm so glad she's here. I gotta laugh at this shit, man. Gotta fucking laugh. Cause that shit's goofy. Obsidian didn't make one fucking dollar. Cause he pedestalizing a throwaway bitch. A horse ass, ugly ass bitch. He does not rightly see the world. Her daddy is a millionaire. You fucking dummy. Do you know how much money the white man probably done made off her? You know, shit. They see things the right way, according to the world they live in. But y'all don't. Y'all don't get it. Y'all get used and thrown to the side. What did Obsidian gain? Nothing. She don't talk to his ass no more. She ain't help him build a studio. All the resources she got, she didn't give him shit. She could have sent some staff to him. She could have financed him a studio. She could have done a whole heap of shit. Because she's supposed to be a what? A sponsor. There's only two roles. Anyway, go to the next one. Go to the next one. My friend. I was mad. I swear to God. I was like, nigga, you ain't got no t-shirt deals. I said, for every dollar she make, you should be. She taking the game and use it. Man, are you serious? Kevin said all this stuff. If she make a dollar, y'all should be making 75 cents. Are you serious? Are you serious? You ain't make nothing. And you ain't gonna make nothing. Goddamn fool. All that running and chasing and I just want her to be around. I just want her to be around. Damn fool. Anyway, so I had my friend that just passed away. I talked about this briefly. Let me look at the comments. Let me look at the comments. Okay, let me see here. Oh, let me see. She said you said I'm a little late, but I'm catching up. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, and Jill Z says the minute a white woman is in their presence, they bow down and worship. You damn right. That's the problem with them. They bow down. I'm so glad she's here. I just want her around. It makes me feel good. What the fuck is wrong with you, Goofy? Fucking Goofy. If she's not sponsoring, financing, and giving them resources up that were gained from white supremacy and white privilege, the bitch is useless. I'm just telling you. I just want her around. Get the fuck out of here. This is a real world with real power. Real shit going on. I just want somebody around. What value does that have? I'm just asking. Somebody running their mouth. What fucking value does it have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Especially when whatever they doing, it benefits them and them alone. It ain't getting you shit. I just want them around. Okay. All right. It's the goofy shit. That's what I'm saying. And then black men wonder why they don't have power. Why they're like, the same thing with Obsidian. He's still in the band though. He still ain't got no fucking studio. Like I told him. Nigga, you was supposed to pimp that hoe. She come to you trying to steal your secrets and your stuff, your blackmail influence, whatever that may be. I ain't even manosphere. I ain't got shit to do with it. But you don't even know how to pimp that hoe. Are you serious? With your old ass, you this old, and you didn't know when a millionaire's daughter walk up to you asking you for something that you supposed to get. You fucking goofy. Okay? You fucking goofy. I'd have told her, bitch, you can't talk to me until you sign this contract. And then I'll do a stream, and this is how much it costs. That's what you should have done. You should have told her, bitch, you want to sell t-shirts for every t-shirt, pimp that hoe. Interchangeable parts, replaceable parts. What you don't get about that? Hmm? Get up here, they gonna talk shit about black women, this and that. You need to get on your fucking game. All you damn, what y'all call it? What y'all call them? Uh, it's save yourself, black man. Y'all the worst. Y'all the worst. Y'all the stupidest. You don't understand. Most of them motherfuckers want to be white, so they can't even understand what the fuck world they live in. They can't even see the structures of white supremacy. So they the worst with pedestalizing. Because they don't understand it ain't but two positions to play, goddamn. Two fucking positions to play. I live in the real world. I look at real shit. I understand how things work. And I'm not disconnected. I grew up in the white world, so I am not behold the great white ones. I don't have that kind of mentality at all. I have seen them in all their levels of dysfunction, and even with their socioeconomic privilege, I have seen them clearly, and they do not like their man. I have a guy. I'll just tell you real briefly. A teacher, upper class. You know, she's married to a white guy. He subscribes himself as a Jewish person, but I don't think he is. Harvey is pretty fucking white. White guy. Typical white guy. This teacher friend, Beth, no joke, Beth is her name. She talked too fucking much all the time because her husband never talks to her, never listens to her. And I remember her telling me, I cannot wait to go to Niagara Falls this summer. I can't know it's spring break. I cannot wait. No, she just talks and talks and talks. And they bought this Winnebago. I'm just tell the story real quick. Some kind of what do you call it? House on wheels or whatever. They drove that bitch on a road trip. Okay, this was being planned. She was excited about it. I'm gonna tell you the type of shit I see. She was all excited, all excited. And what happened was once they got in the car, they got outside of Georgia. He told her she was gonna drive the rest of the way because she wanted to go so bad. You see that trick bag? And then she starts complaining after she gets about two, three states up. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to drive. Can you drive? I don't feel safe. He told her, you pull over and we'll go to sleep and then you driving again. That's how he did her. He refused. He was in the back, sleep, chilling, doing whatever he wanted to do. He refused. He'd have never discussed that with her about the trip. Now she's miserable. That's what he wanted. He don't like her and she don't like him. This is the type of shit they do. Water Roses, that movie, that shit's not a joke. This is how they actually are when they're together. I'm just telling you what I seen growing up. Think of all of them. Haley, Maria, all my little white friends. I've been in the house. I see how they talk to their wives, the tension and shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I ain't talking about no poor white trash, okay? And that bitch drove and drove and drove. And by the time she drove and drove and drove, let me tell y'all what Harvey did. 'Cause I wanted to whoop Harvey ass when she told me this story. That bitch was defeated. I'm talking about spiritual and emotional fucking abuse these women go through. Humiliation. Black women rarely experience that kind of stuff. Rarely. Long-term psychological beatdowns, intentional, planned torture. I ain't seen these motherfuckers on some more shit. You hear me? They on some more shit. And it's only because I've had the privilege, well, the opportunity to observe. I'm gonna call that a privilege. That I'd be like, God damn, I love a black man. They don't do this. They don't do this. Let me tell y'all what Harvey did. He waited till they got, I don't know what, I think it's Michigan. And all of a sudden he decides he wants to drive when they get to Michigan. When they get to Michigan, I think that's where the Niagara Falls is. They're like, I think she said like 20. minutes to an hour from Niagara Falls, and she's got all this, built up. Been wanting to see Niagara Falls forever, never seen it before, right? And it's a setup. It's a cruel setup. They get 20 minutes to an hour close to Niagara Falls, whatever state that is. I'm not sure. And she tells me he demands to drive the damn vehicle. While he's driving, he starts complaining about stuff in their marriage. He picks a fight with her. Y'all hear me? And this is after I don't know how many days of driving. Stop and go, road trip in a Winnebago, just the two of them. He starts to drive the vehicle at the point when they're close to Niagara Falls. Picks a fight with her, starts arguing, and they get into an argument about their marriage or something. He's blaming. She just said we got into a fight. I'm having a feeling the way he set it up, he picked a fight. Intentionally. Do you know this motherfucker got himself so riled up and angry? He said, we're not going to Niagara Falls. Fuck that. Yeah. When she told me that, the black woman in me almost leaked out of my body, spirit float to where Harvey is and choke the fuck out of Harvey. I was outraged. I said, you did not let him. Well, he was angry and this and that. I said, are you serious? He was so angry and he wouldn't let me drive. So he drove y'all ass back to Georgia, 20 minutes from Niagara Falls, refused to turn back, and that was your spring break. You should have seen the look on her face. The bitch was devastated. She would see. I'd have picked something up and knocked Harvey in his head. I would have seen Niagara Falls. Okay, this is the type of shit they deal with. I'm just telling you, calculated, terrorizing. That's why they don't like their men. That's why they don't want to have no babies. That's why they don't want to get caught up. This is why they don't want to talk about it, but I know about it. He said SYSBM dudes are only. You said jacking off. You said jacking off. You said it's hard for me to let me see if I can turn off. Let me see what I can do. If I can get to so I can read. You said bad bus drivers channel. Uh with collages and photos of young black men and other races of women. That's what they be doing. Yeah, they're sad. They're sad. They're running from white supremacy. They don't want to realize the lack of power they have as men. It's too painful. So a lot of the SYSBM dudes, they hide and we're all the same and I'm an American. It's all cope. It's all cope. It's not easy to deal with the reality of things. And so that was my thing about Obsidian. But I just mentioned that this woman who I worked with and how she's terrorized in her home. And she had also told me how Harvey has a study and he goes ballistic. The rule in the house is do not bother him. Don't talk to him. Don't knock on his study. These are the rules of the home. See, this is the type of stuff. It don't matter unless the house is burning down, don't knock on my fucking door. That's his fortress to stay away from her. He goes in there, he won't come out. Y'all understand? And I don't know, but I have a feeling he's probably got a bed in that study. Like he go to sleep in there. I have a feeling she would never admit that to me. But she says that she don't see him a lot because he stays in his study. This is the marriage. This is the cruel shit. And she's at that age where she probably. I wouldn't be surprised if I reached down and asked how she's doing. I would not be surprised if Harvey then went on with him and traded her in for a new model. I would not be surprised. And that's how it begins. The cruel treatment till a bitch get tired and she finds out I'm being tossed out. I serve at his pleasure. The longer you stay, the more you get dogged out. This is the reality. I'm just telling y'all what the fuck I've seen. A lot of y'all ain't had the opportunity to be around these folk. So you think that the grass is green. But these are experiences that you have to have, proximity to see. And if you haven't, you just think the grass is fucking green. I wouldn't trade myself as a black woman for a white woman any day. Hell fucking nah. Hell fucking nah. Because the shit they put up with, baby. That shit ugly. That shit ugly. So, yes, when they cross the pasture and they go over the hill and through the eaves, across the bay, far away, and they find otherness, they say, "What? I'm big and fat, and you will still put me on a pedestal? The white man wouldn't have me. Thank you. I'll sit up here. What? When I talk too much and I'm belligerent and out of pocket and disrespectful, you'll still take me. Say what? Put me on the pedestal. I'll take it. Y'all understand? When I'm trash and I come from nothing and I really ain't got shit to offer but my white skin. You put me on the pedestal. Say what? I'll take it. Y'all get the fuck out of here. That shit turns my motherfucking stomach. Okay? Y'all scraping the bottom of the barrel and y'all put that shit up high in the sky like it's pie. Get the whole fuck out of here. Okay. So I'll say this lastly, my friend who passed away. I gotta go. Damn, it's 20 minutes. I said I was gone. My friend who passed away about less than a month ago. I told y'all I narrated that very briefly because everything understood don't have to be said. My friend Andre, let's go to poetry. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's meet up. We're gonna do spoken word. Da da da. He just would show up and do his thing. That was the nature of the relationship. Friends you meet in the streets. You're doing what you're doing, promoting an event, sponsoring an event, host an event. This is where I see you. Okay. We go to a restaurant. We're doing this. We're doing that. Us, a group of us. We're doing that. So you don't necessarily at the very beginning understand the in and outs of somebody's life. And I remember one particular day, I think this is when I found out, and I asked him about it later. I saw him leaving. He's like, my ride is coming. And I was like, double chin, triple chin. I said, whoa, what the fuck is that? Got a car. She got a crib, right? Got a job. He's a starving artist. And I looked at that shit and I didn't say nothing at first. Then it'd be different times. We'd be my ride is coming. That's what he said, my ride is coming. And eventually I felt comfortable. And I was like, who is that lady? Who's that lady? Who's the white lady? Who's that lady? Who's that? Who's that? And you know what he said? He said, that's who I stay with. Gave me a look. Like that's my girlfriend. It was a pause in there. It was the way he said it, the way he looked at me. Everything understood don't have to be said. He said, that's my ride. That's my girlfriend. I said, okay. Okay. Everything understood don't have to be said. My brother did well for himself. He used her as a stepping stone. Do you think Miss May May had anything to say about my amazing, beautiful brother being with a 400-pound white woman? At that time, do you think I had a problem with him? Everything understood don't have to be said. He was letting me know that this is a sponsor. Let me hear this well. Y'all hear me well. This is a sponsor playing her role, picking me up in her car that she pays insurance and car note for to lift me up. I said, okay, brother, I understand. This is a white woman who is my sponsor, who is driving me where I need to go so I can make my money. Okay, brother. This is my sponsor who's using her resources of white supremacy and white privilege to give me a home and a place to stay while I get out here in these streets and get it. Not lazy, not sorry. The brother got a plan. Like I said, all things understood don't have to be said. I knew he was on a mission. He did what black men need to do when they got a what? A rogue. When they got a rogue, keep her in her place. Pimp that hoe. Everything understood don't have to be said. Or you can be a goofy. I'm just so glad you're here. I just want you to be around. Pimp that hoe. Ain't but two positions to play. Pimp that hoe. I'm done. Ashe.